Kim Jong-il gives field guidance to various sectors. Kim Jong-il, General Secretary of the Workers' Party of Korea and Chairman of the National Defense Commission of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, gave on the spot guidance on October 4, 2005, to the Daean Friendship Glass Factory, which was newly constructed to mark the 60th anniversary of the Workers' Party of Korea. Built in a splendid way by the constructors of both Korea and China within a short period of over a year, the factory is a symbol of the ever-developing bilateral relations of friendship between the two countries. Kim Jong-il looked around the melting and molding processes and other internal parts of the factory, acquainting himself with the construction and production. The factory has a larger production capacity as it is equipped with all modern production processes and auxiliary facilities. Kim Jong-il expressed his great satisfaction with its excellent designing, technical equipment and building. Noting that the Chinese party and government had rendered sincere assistance to the building of the factory, which they had decided to donate to Korea, he said that the Korean people were grateful for their fraternal love and disinterested cooperation and would always remember and prize the friendship. He also stressed the need for the Korean officials and technicians to manage the factory effectively so as to make an active contribution to improving the living standards of the people. On October 31st, he gave his field guidance to the 3 to 6 electric wire and cable factory in Pyongyang, which is honored with the several times of field guidance of President Kim Il-sung. Making the rounds of several production processes, he familiarized himself with the technical equipment in production. The workers of the factory had overfulfilled the production quota every year and put all production processes on a modern and scientific footing through their vigorous campaign for technical reconstruction. He praised that the modernization of the factory is at a higher level and the products are immaculate in quality, and that the workers are very loyal to the party and have a strong sense of attachment to their factory and a high spirit of exertion, patience, and willpower. He extended his thanks to the officials, workers and technicians of the factory for having increased the production and renovated the factory with full confidence and optimism in the difficult circumstances where everything is in short supply. Noting that the responsibility of the factory for the production of electric wire and cable that is basic to industrial construction is very important, he said that it must turn out a great quantity of electric wire and cable products required for putting the national economy on a modern and scientific basis. Kim Jong-il saw the performance of the itinerant art group of the factory and spoke highly of it. He mentioned that the factory is exemplary even in the areas of cultural life and supply work. He expressed his great confidence that the factory would in the future too set an example for the whole country in further modernizing its production processes and fulfilling the production quota. On the same day, Kim Jong-il gave on-the-spot guidance to the Pyongyang lift factory. He acquainted himself with the structure, performance, and principles of operation of the newly made cantilever crane before seeing it in action. Talking about the advantages of the crane, which has a wide working space, is speedy in working and consumes less materials than conventional cranes for manufacture, he spoke highly of its good make. He referred to the need to mass-produce such a crane for supply to various sectors of the national economy, including construction and trade abroad. He then went over the new types of bicycles produced by the Pyongyang Bicycle Factory. After inquiring into the factory's production capacity and the quality of its products, he said that the bicycles are very useful for all purposes. Noting that bicycle is an important means of resolving the problem of traffic, good for the convenience of life and health of the people, and effective for preventing pollution in the city, he referred to the need for the factory to manufacture a large number of variety of bicycles, including those for children and for carrying goods. The management officials, workers and technicians of this factory are full of determination to live up to his instructions. Visitors to the factories inspected by Kim Jong-il treasured into their mind his great intention to work out a miraculous development in the overall economic construction by giving a further push to modernization of the national economy as required by the IT age. On December 3rd, Kim Jong-il visited a Ragwon machinery complex to look around its newly modernized Sinpohyang cast iron workshop, whose production processes are all operated automatically. He expressed his great satisfaction over the fact that the working people of the complex had built up the workshop in less than a year to put the cast iron production, a foundation of the machine industry, on a modern and scientific footing. He praised the officials, workers and technicians of their feats, noting that their modernization of the workshop as required by the new century through their united efforts was quite a remarkable success indeed, making it possible to greatly contribute to the overall technical reconstruction of the complex. At a room devoted to education of young workers of the workshop, he recalled with deep emotion the general meeting of the party cell of the cast iron workshop presided over by President Kim Il-sung during the Fatherland Liberation War. Looking around the cultural and service facilities, Kim Jong-il stressed the need to provide the workers with more comfortable and cultural living conditions. He referred to the need for the workshop with a large capacity to specialize production and so improve the quality of its products, do away with the waste of materials and ensure uniformity of the product. He also stressed that the technicians and workers should upgrade their technical qualifications and skills for efficient and technical management of the equipment. On December 4th, Kim Jong-il inspected the Bangma-Cholsan waterway. The constructors and volunteers finished the huge project in less than 2 years by giving full play to the revolutionary spirit of self-reliance to mark the 60th anniversary of the Workers' Party of Korea. Expressing his immense satisfaction with the successful completion by the constructors of the huge nature harnessing project, he highly appreciated their feats of labor. noting that the constructors and volunteers have created a priceless asset for posterity by displaying mass heroism and a lofty self-sacrificing spirit. He said that the motherland would never forget their feats of labor. Explaining that gravitation irrigation through waterway is most effective and advantageous, he stressed the need to bring the irrigation system of the whole country to perfection as required by the new century. On December 5th, Kim Jong-il gave his field guidance to the Bukjung Mushin complex, which registered a great success by bending its efforts to implementing with credit the tasks assigned to it by him during his on-the-spot guidance early this year. After his inquiry into the state of modernization and production of the complex, he highly appreciated its working people of their implementation of the party's idea on attaching importance to science. While looking around several production processes, he gave a pep talk to the workers engaged in a vigorous campaign to fulfill their annual production quota. Noting that in recent years the workers of the complex have successfully produced and supplied all the equipment ordered by various sectors of the national economy, Kim Jong-il expressed his satisfaction particularly over the fact that in the past few years the complex had laid strong material and technical foundations capable of increasing production remarkably by vigorously promoting its technical reconstruction. While meeting the merited workers, he praised them for having been working as the vanguard for a long time at the factory and told them to instill in the young workers the revolutionary spirit of implementing at all costs the tasks given by the party so that they can carry forward the traditions of the fighting spirit on the part of the Korean working class. Kim Jong-il then proceeded to the Bukjung Electrode Factory as the next leg of his field guidance. He got acquainted with the technical equipment and production of the factory and said with satisfaction that the management officials, workers and technicians had been producing quality of electrodes. Noting that Korea has favorable conditions for increasing electrode production as it is abundant in graphite, he put forward the tasks and ways for increasing the production of electrodes. The Korean people have achieved a great success in economic construction, full of optimism and confidence and sure victory in 2005, marking the 60th anniversary of the Workers' Party of Korea. The Korean workers make up their minds to accomplish the cause of socialism without fear, united more solidly behind the Workers' Party of Korea. On December the 13th, Kim Jong-il looked around the newly constructed dock number 2 at the Gyeongnam shipyard. The officials of the Ministry of Land and Marine Transport and the relevant workers and technicians within 4 years have built a larger-sized dock and 3 wharves capable of repairing larger cargo ships, general repair workshop and hundreds of dwelling houses and public welfare facilities. After acquainting himself on the spot with the state of construction of a new cargo wharf at Nampo Port, Kim Jong-il expressed his great satisfaction with the increase in the capacity of the port. He was rejoiced at the fact that the Gyeongnam shipyard has been turned into a larger-scale ship repair base, with the result that President Kim Il-sung's instructions on the matter have come to be implemented. He also said with satisfaction that the wind power generators set up on the hill are in harmony with the surrounding scenery, and that it is a good thing that the generated electricity has been used effectively. He remarked that it was a great success that the Ministry of Land and Marine Transport had built a larger-scale ship repair base and thus contributed greatly to economic development of the country. He then stressed the need to improve the repairing capacity by employing advanced technology as much as possible. Noting that the officials of the Ministry of Land and Marine Transport and the workers and technicians concerned have given full play to the right of self-reliance based on the latest science and technology, he said all units should actively emulate their revolutionary spirit of fortitude. On December the 15th, Kim Jong-il gave his field guidance to the newly constructed workshops at the Gyeongsang factory. He spoke highly of the fact that the construction of the workshops specializing in the production of beer and milk products had been finished successfully in a short span of time. The overall production processes of these workshops is automated. After getting familiar with the state of production of the workshops, he said that as a result of the production processes having been put on the basis of automation and information at a higher level, it became possible to produce more quality of foodstuffs with small manpower. He then put forward tasks to be tackled in the management and operation of the workshops. He stressed on the need to upgrade the technical qualifications and skills of the producers, make stronger study of this sector, and introduce advanced technology positively. He also reported the need to widely apply the processing method based on the cutting-edge science and technology and make the workshops bacteria-free in order to ensure sanitation and safety of the foodstuffs. Now that the production capacity of the newly constructed workshops are large, he said, it is necessary to supply a sufficient amount of raw and other materials required for normal production. Referring to the great importance of packing and labeling in foodstuff production, he said that the quality of the packing should be improved and the labels be well designed to suit the characteristics of the consumers. He also mentioned that the factory should work out a proper operation and management strategy on the principle of netting real profit and put the production processes on a modern and scientific footing stage by stage, thus lowering the unit consumption of raw materials. The management officials, workers and technicians of the factory are full of determination to put the production on a higher level and on a normal basis so as to supply the people with more quality foodstuffs. Pervading this factory is the determination to build an economic power without fail by making a great revolutionary upsurge through to the instructions given by the leader during his field guidance. Bending all efforts to translating the idea and intention of Kim Jong-il into reality at all costs, this is precisely a real aspect of Korea on a vigorous march by dint of single-hearted unity. On December the 16th, Kim Jong-il, together with the men and officers stationed in Pyongyang, saw the artistic performance, The Blue Sky of My Motherland. All the performers and audience extended their warm greetings to Kim Jong-il, who had trained the Korean People's Army to be an invincible army under the banner of Sungun. The art piece to mark the 60th anniversary of the Workers' Party of Korea began with a mixed duet plus chorus, The Blue Sky of My Motherland. The performance inspired the audience with confidence that the people's happiness blossoms out and the future of the nation is bright under the blue sky of Korea, where peace is defended by dint of Sungun policy. The performing artists extol the exploits of President Kim Il-sung and General Kim Jong-il, who had developed the Workers' Party of Korea as a party enjoying absolute support and trust from the people. The performance demonstrated the unshakable conviction and willpower of the Korean army and people to accomplish the cause of socialism without fear, full of optimism and confidence in sure victory. The audience was deeply impressed by the performance, overflowing with the aesthetic feelings and optimism unique to Korea. Both the performing artists and audience extended greatest honor and warm greetings to Kim Jong-il, who has been leading the Korean Revolution to victory through his Sungan-based leadership. Kim Jong-il expressed his great satisfaction over the fact the creators and artists of the army and civil art troops had produced a perfect performance, The Blue Sky of My Motherland, through concerted efforts. He then extended, on behalf of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea and the National Defense Commission of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, thanks to all the creators and performing artists. The year 2005, marking the 60th anniversary of the Workers' Party of Korea and the liberation of Korea each, held a pride of place in socialist construction in Korea. The Korean army and people will usher in a great heyday of Korean-style socialism under the banner of Sungun, united solidly behind their leader Kim Jong-il.